Wow, aren't you a handsome-looking bunch? Yes, I'll look directly at you. Don't worry, it's only going to get worse from here on out. My name is Bianca Smiles. Would you like to know my given name? The name that my parents gave me when I was born? It's all right to say yes.
Yes.
It's Thomas. Now, when you look at me, I don't want you to think Bianca. I want you to think Thomas, shit, Bianca. A lot of transsexuals prefer their bio name to be forgotten. I'm not playing that kind of game. That momentary slip, that embarrassment of introducing me at a bar and saying, oh, this is Bianca, she's a performer. I live for it. Let me be clear. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable tonight. I want to be very conscious of your preconceived notions and opinions. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. I hate changing people's minds. The only people whose minds you can change are the ones that barely had any gusto. If you can have your mind changed by a TED Talk, your beliefs probably weren't very important to you to begin with. Why are we stuck with the Nazis that fell off the back of the bus? In my experience, those Nazis already wanted to fuck me, and I do not believe in the granting of human rights based on sex appeal. I just don't. If that were true, I'd be president already. Now, a transsexual president would at least know a thing or two about correctly matching foundation. Your base color is not orange, Donnie. Match it to your palm or your labia. I don't mean to get political tonight. Everybody's doing that these days. I prefer philosophy. Real intellectual debate. So, in the pursuit of fair exchange of ideas, I want everybody to close their eyes. Close your eyes. Close them down. Actually, open them up again. Look, I'll close my eyes too. See? All right, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close them. All right. Now, raise your hand if you identify with the gender you were assigned at birth. That means the doctor looked down, saw you had a penis, and said, oh, that's a strong, handsome young man. And 20 years later, you looked down at your own penis and thought, yeah. Put him up high, put him up. All right, you can put your hands down. Now, raise your hand if you identify with a different gender from the one you were assigned at birth. For example, if you were born, the doctor took a peek at your tiny baby pussy and said, oh, it's a woman. And like 20 years later, you checked that situation out and said, nah, doc, you've got me all wrong. I'm a man, and I've got the rubber dick to prove it. Raise your hands. Anybody? All right, you can put your hands down now. And open your eyes. Now we know where we stand with each other. We can begin. I've been pigging out recently. Pizza, donuts, cheeseburgers. Now, a fat drag queen is a little bit like an opossum, splattered across 40 feet of an intersection. It wasn't pretty to begin with, but when you blow it up, oh. But I love to eat. You can just go to a Domino's, can't you? I mean, that's a national emergency. You should be able to climb walls and scale checkpoints and go past armed guards. I'm serious. And if you've been more than once in the past week, burly men escort you off premises. A little help filling up a few extra frosting cups for my Cinesticks? Who wouldn't want to eat out? I don't mean to make fun of fat people, by the way. I would never do that. People are very sensitive these days, very easily offended. I don't get offended. I've never seen it do a person any good. My mother used to get offended by my mouth when I was younger. Just my mouth. Can you believe that? It was always doing something she didn't approve of. Cussing, smoking, sucking, singing show tunes, eating ass, lots of things. She finally sat me down. She said, Thomas, I will not let you in this house anymore if you carry on with these perversions. She kicked me out. Just for loving who I love. I mean, honestly, in this day and age, all that just for fucking my stepdad? Someone's on the wrong side of history. You know who are the easiest people to offend on this planet? Transsexuals. That's right, we take the crown. Now, an offended transsexual is about as low on the totem pole as you can get. That being said, being a tranny ain't all bad. I mean, I've got a killer rack, childbearing hips, and a big dick. Most of you all would settle for just one of those. And I bet I could guess which one. By the way, I'm kidding about the big dick. I actually recently received my tuck everlasting. And let me just say, being a biological female is even worse than I could have imagined. All the bullshit I've heard from cis bitches over the years is true. Now I never shut up about my feelings, or power dynamics, or astrology, or the moon. Before my surgery, the most complicated thought I ever had about the moon was a wet dream when I was 12. Don't ask. Now, the moon reads my thoughts and tells me when to bleed. I may not have a uterus, but like all whiny transsexuals, I love to pretend. Now, I can talk shit all I want about transsexuals, as I am one. I am a drag queen and a transsexual. A surprisingly rare combination. Most of my girls up there with me, they just don't get it. I'm talking about real gender dysphoria. That feeling when you're walking around in your mom's heels when you're 4 and you think, shit, I must be different. No. Most drag queens are just slightly ugly gay men who love heels and shaking ass, and who can blame them? My baby, Lorna, terrible dancer, she said to me, you know, I love my heels, I love my wig, but I would never fuck my husband in drag. I never would. He would never be attracted to me like that. And to that I say, your husband didn't seem to mind it with me. That didn't go over well, actually. I think they split up last year. Anyways, I have nothing against drag queens or transsexuals. In fact, I think we could all learn to get along a little better. Don't tell anybody I said this. I'm not getting soft on you all. But life isn't so easy out there for those of us who aren't so gender inclined as you all seem to be. I'll admit it. I peeked when you had your hands raised. And let me just say, it's never too late to call up your doc and say, hey, I think you had me pegged all wrong. This is part 2. Eve. Wow. Hi. It's nice to meet you in person. You look beautiful tonight. Can I get you a drink? Oh, all right. I quit for a while after college, but recently I've needed something to help me relax at the end of the day. Yeah, we're in the process of being bought out by this startup. It's a lot of paperwork, really boring, honestly. Well, it's an encryption app that protects your camera settings on your phone and computer. The Apple OS is so easy to break that people are really starting to get freaked out, you know, being listened to and watched. But let's not talk about it. I can't stand guys who just talk about themselves through an entire conversation. My friends are always complaining that they can't get a second date. I'm like, did you ask her a single question about herself? No? All right. So, I read your profile. I just wanted to say, I think what you're doing is really brave. I would never be able to put myself out there like you have. So, tell me if I say anything fucked up. You're actually the first trans woman I've ever met. Oh. Right, I never thought about it like that. Well, I think it's great. My ex used to play with makeup stuff on my face for practice. She had a YouTube channel. But like eyeshadows and lipsticks, all these brands. My God, the money that she spent on this stuff, it was unreal. One time she had me try on her lingerie. Real sexy stuff, like lace and all these ties everywhere. I didn't even know which end was supposed to be in front. But, I don't know, I guess I've always been interested in all this gender stuff. You know, I'm a man. Definitely. I mean, I'm not about to go around in public with a wig on or anything, but honestly, I hope you don't mind me saying this. It's really sexy. You just sitting there. It's really cool. Look, can I get you that drink? Cool. Cool. I just want you to feel comfortable. You know, I think you're a really cool girl. You work uptown, right? Yeah, I have a buddy in that building. When did you know? I mean, it's injections, right? They go right in your... I'm asking so many questions. I've never met a trans woman that I knew of before. I've always wanted to. I used to hang out at some of the gay clubs downtown just hoping that I'd run into someone interesting, like you. It was all drag queens. You know, dudes with stubble and way too much makeup. You don't need any of that shit. You look totally natural. If you had to put in your bio, I never would have guessed that you were born a dude. Shit. That's not right, is it? Born or grew up, born with male parts. Obviously, you're a woman. You make my ex look like Caitlyn Jenner, is all I'm saying. Oh, a few months ago? Yeah, she's a bit of a psycho. I mean, wish her well and everything, but don't stick your dick in crazy, right? Anyways, I was actually really excited when I matched with you. Yeah, not to be weird, but it's always been a curiosity, even when I was little. Did you ever see Ace Ventura, that Jim Carrey movie? No? Oh, well, there's this part at the end where this lady, evil lady, she turns out to be the same character as the main bad guy of the movie. So basically, she used to be a man. You know, 1995, I mean, a trans villain, but still 1995. And she's basically fucked every guy in the police station, and they all find out at once. And everybody's, you know, barfing, gagging, having big reactions. And me, being the horny 14-year-old that I am, I'm thinking, what is the big deal, right? I mean, she's still drop-dead gorgeous. You know, back then I didn't even know transsexuals were a real thing. I thought you guys were like unicorns or something, but when I got my hands on the internet, unicorns got really real, really fast. Seeing a woman take a man like that blew my fucking mind. Can I ask, are you still functional? Oh, sorry, I'm talking your head off. I'm all set. Are you ready to order? This is it. I don't know, you hate it? The Matrix stuff, the posters weren't my idea, just so you know. I don't even really like those. I only really like the first one. Okay. He loves them. And it's been 8 months, so yes, more than enough. No. Well, the place usually allows pets, so we brought Cassie in, but immediately she's escaping, like multiple times a day. And of course, I meet all our neighbors as they bring her back over and over again. And you know, we said she's been an outdoor cat. We're not sure if it's going to work. And they were actually really nice and thoughtful about it, but like I said, it just didn't work in the end. So she's with my mom. Yeah, I went home for my 26th, and I brought her and I left her. It's just unbelievable that you think you can question me like that. I mean, are we playing good cop, bad cop right now? Because she's my cat. It's fine. It drives me crazy. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm actually doing better. I'm in therapy again, which is weird, of course. I don't know, I guess I assumed you knew. Can I take you downstairs? There's this great place, this sweet couple, two women, actually, who run it, and, I mean, it's a little upscale, but I'll buy you a cup of coffee, no problem. No, of course not. You always want to talk in private. Well, I've actually been doing a lot of work. What else? Watching movies. Do you know about Chantal Ackerman? Oh, did I tell you about her? Well, she's this director from Belgium, and she made documentaries in the 70s, and this movie, it has like a long French name. It's Jean Guillaumin, and then like another long French phrase. I don't remember it in English. But it's really good. It's about this mom, and she's also a sex worker, and she kills her clients. It's kind of crazy. It's really good. And I watched it with Paul, and then we watched this other. Well, he's not important in the story. We watched this other one of hers. That was like, it's like a documentary about her life in the 70s, like in living in New York in the 70s in New York, and of course everything's like a total shithole in New York. And she reads these letters in voiceover from her mom, who is still living in Belgium. And they're just, I mean, I had to call my mom right afterwards, you know, just lonely and yearning for her kid who was far away. And I was thinking about how much I hate living in LA and how much I miss my mom. And so I looked on her Wikipedia, stupidly, because I was thinking, you know, at least she was successful in her art, you know, at least she did something. And it made me really sad reading all those letters. So I'm reading about how she was, you know, made a lecturer at NYU and was, well, just let me finish. She was made a lecturer at NYU and was selected at these festivals, and then I scroll down to the death section of the Wikipedia page, and she killed herself. Like, when she was 65, she had this amazing life and career, just making, you know, like simple, beautiful stuff, and she still decided to kill herself like 40 years later. And I'm thinking, God damn it. It doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't matter if I drop out next semester, or I make movies for the rest of my life, or we fix things and get back together, if I'm still gonna kill myself when I'm 65 or 40 or 26. And I'm really sorry. I didn't want you to come over. I know you've got a lot on your plate. I don't mean to complain. I don't have any answers for you about me. And I don't want your advice about Paul. A lot of women, a lot of trans women go through the same thing. And I told you, I told you. I think we are not good together. And I can't be me while you're still around. I'm sorry. You say Diana, and I hear suddenly. It's not sudden for me. Anyways, I have your DVDs in the kitchen. Brother, you will never know all the things I did for you many years ago. Singer singing songs of pain. Time may spin and past, the song is still the same. Tell me all you need to tell. Why is it you whisper when you really need to yell? Troubles in tow. Go wisely and slowly. Send it to me. Well, you have to send it to me. As soon as possible, preferably. Shit, No, I just got my schedule for the week. No, this is the restaurant. No. No, that is none of your No, you don't even want to know, honestly. Wait, I got it. This video isn't gonna make me sad, is it? Oh, no. No. Stop. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Honestly, stop. We actually have a woman on staff now, and she used to be a man. Yes, I call her she. Because I don't want to get fired. Oh, it's not about biological, whatever. I'm just trying to be a nice person. Obviously, I know she's not really, but she's trying anyways. Honestly, I think it's so fucked up. I think it's homophobic, like what you're saying. Yes, you can still be homophobic even if you happen to be gay. This video is fucked too. No, I told you, I keep getting these scam calls, like all the time. And sometimes it's an anonymous number, but sometimes it's your name, or mom, or dad, and then I pick up and it's some Indian guy telling me that I have 15 seconds to wire like $5,000 to some offshore account, or a little red laser is gonna show up on my forehead and blow me the fuck away. It's not about the job. Mom tells me every time you update her about her life. I'm just saying you're not exactly subtle, Harriet the Spy. She tells me about you too. Not that I'm asking for it, unlike some people I actually respect your right to privacy. It is exactly the same! And it's not a sex dungeon either. I don't work in a sex dungeon. I work from home, I work at the restaurant, and I work with Dennis. Sex worker is the preferred term. Thanks, sis. You are such a paranoid fuck. Because I'm safe. No one is hacking anything. I'm not sure you know what the word hacking means. And the only camera in this room is on my laptop, which Dennis helped pay for, by the way. So much for being a whore. At least I'm not living on mom's budget in Ardsley. Not if mom proposes. That's a lifetime gig, honey. Wait. Shit. I'm getting another call. Sorry, like I said, robocall. I have to call Verizon. No, you don't want to meet him. I'm kidding about the proposal. It's not sex. It's work. It's not sex. Well, yes, we're literally having sex, but it's not about me. It has nothing to do with me. He doesn't even know my real name. He doesn't know anything about me except what I tell him, which isn't true. No, he doesn't know about you. It's never come up. And I wouldn't. I have a whole fake backstory for guys to listen to. Trust me, most of them don't even want to know about it. Then actually visit and actually tell me in actual person. Have you considered that I don't much like going home and listen to mom talk to me like that? Hello? Honestly, don't act like a toddler. The next time I have to fly up to Denver in a... Oh. Oh no, sorry, I thought... Is this a real person? Uh-huh. Honestly. Fuck me! Let me guess, my card's overdrawn, or... What? Who am I speaking to? What the fuck? Mika? Stop. This isn't funny. Please don't call this number again. Stop saying that. Can you see me? Don't call again. Or I'll call the police. Fuck off. You see me? Can you hear me? How many fingers am I holding up? 2. Where are you? How long have you been watching?